So this cat litter is like probably $1 a pound. Actually, I think it might be more than $1 a pound. This is only 12 pounds, and I want to say this was about $15. And if you look at what it's made of, cedar, pine, and corn. The corn, I think, is just probably because of the ethanol industry or something. So I don't think it's really valuable, but cedar and pine, I have that. I'm out here in the wood shop and looking at what kind of sawdust I have. This is mostly cedar, a little bit of maple. I'm aiming for about 30% cedar and the rest any kind of white wood that's less irritating, like pine or maple. Over here I have, this is mostly pine, maple, and buckthorn. But it doesn't smell too much. It doesn't have too much of a strong smell. I don't know that this stuff is going to clump as well as corn byproduct, but I think that's more of a processing issue than a selection of the substance itself. Alright, so this has only taken me about 5 minutes or so, and I think I have about 20 to 30 pounds of sawdust down there. Just spread that all out. And I'm just going to let this sit out all afternoon, and then I'll collect up the tarp edges and pour it into a bag for using inside the house. I think that should be sufficiently dried. Alright, so this has been sitting around in the sun for a few hours. I'm not completely confident that it's dried out to the maximum extent, but I think it's suitable. And I don't really want to leave it out overnight, so then it's going to spend all day trying to dry out again. So just in case, even though there's already cedar in it, which I think will do a fine job with any bugs that might be in the sawdust, I'm going to chuck a little bit of food-grade diatomaceous earth in here, which I think is just going to help suit my paranoia. Should be plenty. You can see here, stuff's very fine, and it's a bit of a breathing hazard, although the actual silica crystal count is pretty low. It's one of the things you can inhale without too much damage to your lungs long term. Yeah, I can already see there's some crickets sort of running away. So this has attracted some bugs. But nothing I'm too worried about bringing in the house thus far. Stuff that's going to be attracted to sawdust is not too big a pest. Yeah, it feels very dry. It feels drier than it did when I started. I think if I was really paranoid about getting it even drier, I might maybe use a pair of nylons and stick some rice in it, some white rice, and just continue to keep it dry and fresh. But I think this should be suitable. I don't think it'll grow any mold. So now for the final test. What does the cat think? It's something new, so she'll probably approach it. Come on. What's this? What is this? What do you think? You're gonna have to take the product to the cat. What do you think of this stuff? I guess that means she approves of it. She seems genuinely uninterested. So one thing I can say about this is my brother raised his cat on pelleted pine, and every time he did some construction work in the house that left sawdust, the cat would then use that pile of sawdust as a litter box, which is one of the reasons that I've been avoiding using sawdust for many years. But at the same time, it always bothered me that the clay litter would have so much processing and then wouldn't ever really biodegrade. It might kind of merge, but so I wanted to try something that would break down organically, and I think the sawdust will. And I don't even take the cat's stuff to the dump. I actually put it in the woods in a bucket for biodegrading along with other things. No one likes it when a video doesn't tell you how things actually went. So the sawdust litter works just fine as litter, but it sticks to the cat's feet. So I have this trail of sawdust, and I know how to amend that. There we go. I just cut up this piece of cheap carpet that I had already laying around and tucked it into the setup. So now, when the cat steps out, she'll step on this, and that should help keep the sawdust in this little area. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.